Hey everybody, David here, back with another video. And today I have for you a fragrance review. It's the new month, so you know what time that is. It is the flavor of the month. Now, before we hop into this video, if you all enjoy it, make sure to hit the thumbs up on the video. Greatly appreciate the support. And if you have not yet, make sure to hit that subscription button on the channel so you do not miss out on any of my videos. Now, with all that out of the way, let's hop into this video, and I got a treat for you all today. So, I have a new fragrance here, new 2024 release. I'm kind of changing up the flavor of the month requirements. It's going to include first impressions now. Usually the fragrance of the month, or flavor of the month for me, is usually a fragrance I'm enjoying at the current moment. And I got this one in, and I just wanted to review it for you all. Now, this fragrance, I really like the line. I really like the house. And I had to get my hands on it. I don't think it is in the U.S. market yet. Don't quote me on that. I haven't done my research on that for that. I got mine off eBay. So that's where I got mine. And I got another fragrance I really, really enjoyed. It's a flanker of the fragrance I really, really enjoyed. And it is Bad Boy Cobalt. I got Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir coming in soon. I might save that for next month's flavor of the month, or I might just do a straight up review for you all. We'll have to see. But the fragrance I got for you all today is Beau Paradise Garden. So here's the can here. And their fragrances come in cans. They don't come in boxes. So that is one thing to think about when you get a Beau fragrance. They come in cans, not the boxes. Because it opens from the bottom. And I'll show you. So the fragrance is going to be sitting, so you want to pull up, and then the fragrance is going to be sitting in here. So just a little heads up, it's going to be sitting in a little fuzzy area there, and then you're going to put it up. So when you want to pull from the top. You don't want to pull it from the bottom or open it this way. And I'm going to show you a little design. There's the name on it with the flowers. And then you got the dragon on here. There's a cricket, all the animals on here. And then there's like a peacock, the little peacock on the back. So pretty cool. Usually the bottles don't have any artwork, but this one does. There it is for you. So we're going to set that right there. You also got a dragon on there. Now I'm going to show you guys the presentation of the actual fragrance. So here it is. Got some green juice in there. Different from the blue juice from the other ones. Beau Le Parfum, and it had a gradient to it. This one does not. This one does not have a metal, or I shouldn't say metal, but a gold, I guess, metal leaf. It's got a cloth leaf down here. You can kind of pull a little bit. 2 leaves, too, at the bottom on the junk. And then right here, you got the torso. So, and it's also got the collar here. You pull the collar, and then that's how you spray it. All these fragrances got good atomizers. I don't want to waste a spray right now because I got on this tester strip. And if I could put this back on, there we go. Got that there. I'm going to set the fragrance there. It's a green coloration to the juice. And yeah, you got to be careful with these. I like the Le Male Elixir one because that one's very, very, not huge. It's huge. There we go. Yeah, it's huge. This one's very small. And I will say I got Le Male Le Parfum early on in the collection, and I ripped off the little ring here, so I have to pull it from the edges there. So yeah. There's a little presentation for you. That, like I said, the atomizers are pretty nicely done. I got a tester strip here. So I sprayed it on about 20-30 minutes ago to talk about that opening and mid. I'm not going to talk about the dry down as much because I haven't sprayed it on my skin yet. Haven't gave it a proper wearing. I will kind of mention a few things I've noticed with the longevity projection. I will say the best time to wear this fragrance as well in this review. And then also I might come back to the review to give it, after I give it a full wearing, to give it a proper full review instead of this first impression. Now, I will say with the tester strips, I do not know where to spray. I'm not an aficionado with the tester strips. I know some people spray them down here. Some people spray them up here. I sprayed it up there. And I will say, before I hop into this, you always want to spray it on your skin, which I did when I opened this. I sprayed it, gave it a little good spray on there. And for today, though, I sprayed it on tester strips, so I've done a little bit on skin, a little bit on tester. And I will say, if you really like the fragrance, you got to, if you really like it on here, spray it on your skin, because your skin chemistry is going to be a lot different. It's going to change it up, and you might not like the fragrance when you put it on your skin. So, just FYI, when you're going to department store spraying on, make sure to get on the skin. And what I like to do is spray it on the arm, spray it in the area. You can have like 4, 5, or 6, so you can always go in like that. That might be kind of weird, but I don't usually go to a department store and spray my fragrances on. I get samples, and then I just spray it on my skin and all that, and I don't really spray them on tester strips, but for the purpose of the video, I wanted to spray it, show you guys. So, the Beau Paradise Garden. Let's get to those main accords. It is fresh, sweet, green, fruity, synthetic, fragrance notes. You got coconut water, you got tonka bean, you got ginger, green fig, sandalwood, and mint. So, Le Male, in that line, they use a lot of the mint. That was part of the OG Le Male at all. Like, the mint was the main, thing tying them all together. This fragrance, though, with all the other Le Beau ones, that tonka bean and that coconut water is going to be the two things that tie them together. And I will say, from the opening, smelling this one, you're really going to get that coconut water. You're really going to get the tonka bean. You're really going to get that ginger. And you're going to get some of that mint on there, too, as well. I don't really get much of the ginger at the top. And that sandalwood, just the base. I don't really get that. Probably in the dry down, you will smell that a little bit more. But if you do not like your green fragrances, I like my green fragrances a lot. If you do not like coconut-smelling fragrances, so what I mean by that is sometimes coconut can smell a lot of like sunscreen. If you do not like that kind of feel to them, which this one doesn't really have that sunscreen feel to it, but it does a little bit, I will say in my opinion, then you're not going to like this. If you do not like that tonka bean sweetness, you are not going to like this. But I really like the Le Beau line. From the sprays I've done so far with this, I really enjoy it. I really like this fragrance. I approve of this fragrance from the first impression. Not of a full review yet. I haven't yet a full wearing, but from the first, I'm just going to get out of the way. I approve of this one. So, like I said, that opening, you're going to get a heavy blast of that coconut water, that tonka bean. That green fig is going to be in there, which I really like the note of fig. It's something that's not, it's used from time to time, but not as much as something like tonka bean. And you're going to get that mint. And then as the fragrance dries down, like I said, I sprayed this about 30 minutes ago, I would say. As the fragrance dries down, you're going to get a little bit more of that ginger coming out with the mint. And the mint is not going to be like a peppermint. It's going to be more of a green mint, if you've ever smelled that. So it's not going to be that crazy kind of minty smell. It's going to be more of the minty green smell. It's not going to be like minty fresh. It's going to be minty green, if that makes sense to you. But that coconut water and that tonka bean, they equal each other out to give it a little bit of that sweetness, not too much of that coconut. But at the end of the day, this is going to be a coconut-forward fragrance, just heads up to you. But it does have those green aspects to make it a green fragrance, which I enjoy. I will say, in my opinion, just smelling off the tester strip and the spray I've done before, this is going to be more of a daytime scent. But I will say I would wear this in the night. I wouldn't have a problem with wearing it in the night as well. Wear your fragrances wherever you want, but if we had to do a preference, this would be in the daytime. This fragrance as well would be more of a spring and summertime fragrance, an early fall, I'd say. But don't be afraid to wear your fragrances whenever, because I've worn freshies in the winter, and they do pretty darn good job. And they might smell a little bit different combining with that cold air. You never know. But if we had to go strictly down to business on this would be a spring, summer, and early fall fragrance that you could wear. Performance, from what I've seen, it's a little bit above average, about 7 hours. I haven't tested off my skin. I have, but I haven't done a full wearing, I keep saying to you all. So I can't really comment on that. I can't really comment on compliment factor. I can't really comment on projection. But off the tester strip, it was projecting pretty well. I put it down here in the opening, and I could smell it. And from here right now, I could smell without putting my nose up. And this is a fragrance. You're not going to constantly smell it. You're just going to get wafts of it. So it's not going to be a thing that's going to be lingering around forever. But you might think you went nose blind to it, and then it comes out of nowhere. Be like, whoa, smell it again. So yeah, that's why first impressions of Paradise Garden. That's the flavor of the month for February. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below if you really enjoy the Le Beau line, and if you're looking to pick this one up. Let me know what is going to be your favorite, or what is, sorry, excuse me, your favorite Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you've all got your notes of that and tried it out, and what you think about it. So with all that being said, I will see you all on the next one.